Hi everyone, this is Stacy. I am back again today with another Cricut Explore video. For today's video, we'll be doing a Make It Now project. We're actually going to be creating a scrapbook layout. So to get started, you want to go to your computer and go to the Cricut Design Space webpage. And then you're going to log in the way you normally would by clicking on that green box in the upper left-hand corner. Enter in your email and your password there. And then you're able to confirm you're logged in by now seeing your name in that green box. This page here is the landing page where all the Make It Now projects are located. And if you scroll down, you will see there's quite a few to choose from. We're making a layout, so I'm going to go back up top and filter my search by clicking on all categories and then going down and clicking on photo memories. That'll bring up the scrapbook layouts that we can make now. Okay, the one I want to use is right here. It is the Call of the Wild layout. We're going to click on that. And if you see here, it brings up a preview box of what the layout will look like, all the materials, and all the cuts that you would need for the layout. It also has a price tag down here of 99 cents. They want to charge you $1 basically for one of the cuts in this layout. We're going to bypass that and use our own image so we are able to cut this layout out for free. And the one they want to charge you for is actually the circle. It's called the target, even though they have the square marked. It actually is this piece here. Let's go ahead and customize. And this will bring up a preview of what the layout will look like, as well as all the colors that we're going to change in a moment. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is delete the pieces I'm not going to use. So this tent, all these pieces here I'm not going to use. So I'm going to click on those and drag them over. Click on the walkie-talkies and drag them over as well. All the fish. There's quite a few layers of the fish, so just keep on clicking them on and dragging them over to a pile. And then we'll delete them all once they're over there. Grab that fish, and then these ones here. Okay, then once you have all your pieces in a pile that you're not going to use, take your mouse, drag a blue box around all the pieces, hit delete on your keyboard. Okay, now we have here our layout. Our first pieces here are our photo mats. I'm going to go ahead and change those. So I'm going to go to my layer panel, click on my brown piece here, and change that to be a sour apple color. I'm using a green photo mat. Do the same for this one. I'm clicking on them here, then I can find them over here. Because once you have an item selected over here in your layer panel, it'll be highlighted blue right there. So we can easily find the cut we want to use. Change that to be that same sour apple color. Okay, so now we have that changed. Now we look in the very back, this 12 by 12 piece, that's part of your canvas color. I'm leaving mine brown, but if you want to change that, you would go here to where it says Canvas Properties, scroll down, then you can change your color here and then just hit Update Canvas and that will change that color. So I'm going to close that out. I no longer need that one and bring back my layer tab so we can continue on changing these colors. Alright, so the second layer here of cardstock we have is a light teal color. In my case, I'll be using that same green color. So I'm going to go and find that light teal color, which is right here. Click on that and change that to be sour apple as well. And then we have this lighter green piece here. Find that piece, which is right here. I'm going to change that to be this cream color. Okay, so there's the changes we've made so far. I'm going to change these 4 squares as well. So I'm going to click on those, go back to my layer panel, and find the 4 gray squares. They should all be together right here, and click on each one, and I'm going to change them to be a honeysuckle color. Oops, honeysuckle. There we go, and then do the last one there. Alright, now we have these two blue pieces here. I'm not using any blue in my layout, so I'm going to go ahead and delete these pieces. Just drag them to the side, like that, and take a mouse and drag it across both, and then hit delete. Okay, so they're out of our way. Alright, now what I'm going to do, I want to go in there to the images and put images on my layout. So I'm going to go to Insert Images over here on my gray toolbar on the left-hand side. Click on that. In my search box here, I'm going to type in the word frog. I know that sounds funny, but my layout is going to consist of 2 photos, one of a frog and one of a lizard. Welcome to Florida, we have them everywhere. Alright, so the frog I want to use is right here. He is called, or he's from the cartridge called Campout. He is a free one if you have the subscription for the Cricut. So I'm going to go to Insert the Image there and bring up my frog. I'm going to go back to my Insert Images. In my search box now, I'm going to type in the word lizard. And again, find one I like. And I'm going to use this one right here. He is from the cartridge called Pet Shop, and he also is in the subscription plan. Click on that, insert the image. Alright, so now I have my frog and my lizard. I don't want the snake though. You see they coming together as a group. So let's go ahead and right click on that, hit ungroup. Take my lizard guy away. That's the one I want. I don't even need that layer. So click on that, hit delete. And then delete the snake. Have that selected and delete it and then delete it again. Alright, my frog, I want to make him be the same color green here. In my layer panel, I'm going to find the frog. Click on that, change the color to be sour apple. And my lizard, while I'm here, I'm going to change him to be a brown color. We'll make him moccasin. Alright, now if you look in our layer panel again, with our frog, there is 3 layers. We have the green, which is the top piece, a black piece, which is going to go underneath that green piece. I went ahead and opened the eye on that one so I can see that. So it also will cut, so you see that there. The other black one is a shadow. I'm not going to go ahead and I'm going to leave the eye closed on that one. I don't want to cut that one out. Alright, now all we need to do is resize these images to fit in these 2 squares. So take my lizard, use the handles on the sides of that, rotate him a little bit like that, and make him fit inside that box. My frog, make him fit inside that box as well. A little bit smaller. Okay, now I want them facing the other way because my photo of my lizard will go here and my frog will go down here. Let's go back to edit. Oops, layer panel rather. Nope, edit panel, I was right. Click on the lizard and we're going to rotate him or flip the other way. So if you look down here under your size, we have rotate and mirror. I'm going to click on the one that goes left to right and you'll see our lizard will flip. So he's facing the other direction. And my frog as well. Okay. Alright, so now our last piece here is our phrase. I'm going to take the phrase part, the lettering, and put that up here. This piece down here is the one they want you to pay for, which is a circle. Silly to pay for a circle. We're going to go ahead and ungroup these 2 pieces by right-clicking on them, ungrouping them. Then we can separate the 2 there. Let's go back to our Insert Image tab. In the search box there, type in a circle, and then find one that you like that is free, or that you have purchased, or that you're subscribed to. I'm going to use this one here. It is from the cartridge called Simply Sweet. Click on that, insert the image. So right here is my new circle, our free circle. I'm going to make sure I have the right size though. So I'm going to click on this circle here, hit edit so I can see the size of that. The width of that circle is 4.46. So change this one to be the same width. Click on that one, hit on width, and type in 4.46 and hit enter. Now I can go ahead and delete this brown. We no longer need that one. Hit delete. Alright, and the gray one, we want to change that as well. But first we need to bring in another circle. I'm going to click on this circle here, go up top to my toolbar, hit copy, and then paste. Alright, and I'm going to click on my gray circle. The size of the gray circle for the width, it says here 4.09. That's going to change this one to be 4.09 as well. Hit enter, and then we can go ahead and delete the gray square. So now we deleted the 2 pieces that we would have to pay for. So now everything on our layout is now free. I'm going to change the colors of these. I'm going to change this one. This is the large of the 2. I'm going to go to layers and change him to be that same brown color as my lizard here. Change that to be moccasin. And then this one, I'm going to change that to be the same color as that cardstock piece there, the little squares. So find that one and change it to be honeycomb. And close that. Now I can bring these down here where they're going to go. Like that. And our last one we need to change the colors of is the phrase. So let's go back to our layer panel. And the phrase, find the phrase in your layer tab here. And the call and wild, I want that to be the same color as my lizard. So I'm going to click on that and change that to be moccasin. The of the part will be the same color as my frog. Alright, so we're going to bring that back down here. We need to right click on it, hit move to front, move that out of the way, and bring that down. So there's what our layout looks like compared to what the layout that they gave us looked like. Alright, so all we need to do now is cut our images. Now what you want to do, rather than cutting out all these squares, just make yourself a note, and like these are our photo mats here, for example, in the green. If you click on that one and click on edit, they have it sized to be 4.5 by 6.69. My photo mat, I want to be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So I just wrote on a piece of paper, I need 2 photo mats cut to be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So I can delete these and not have the machine cut them out for us. So it saves a little time there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my photo mat, hit delete. And I'll just cut them out using my trimmer. Okay, do the same for that one. And now these squares here, if I click on those and hit edit to see the size, they're all grouped together, so I can't see the size. So you need to ungroup them so we can see the size for each square. Click on one square there. The size of that is 2.7 by 2.7. I'll just guesstimate and cut my squares to be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, so I can go ahead and delete these squares as well. It's no sense having the machine cut it if you can just cut them using your trimmer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete all those pieces as well. Alright, now what I want to do is, if we were to cut all these pieces out now, you know, our frog, our lizard, and our 2 circles and our phrase, it's going to ask us for a lot of mats. So we're going to go ahead and change some of these colors up a little bit. So let's click on one of these, hit sync, and we'll see all the colors that they're asking us for. Oh, hang on, we want to delete these other layers here. We have this large piece of a brown cardstock and our green piece as well. If you go to edit, this piece here is sized to be 10.95 by 10.95. I'll probably cut that out at, I don't know, 10 and 7/8 maybe, so I can delete that layer. The green layer is 11 1/4 by 11 1/4. And again, I'll cut a piece of green cardstock myself at that size. Okay, so we can move that out of the way and hit delete. Alright, so now the brown piece we can't delete. That's part of the canvas. We're going to focus on just these pieces here. Let's go back to sync so we can see all the colors of our mats. We have 4 mats for each one of the colors here. I already have my cardstock loaded on my mat. On one mat I have a dark piece of brown cardstock, which is going to be for my phrase and my circle and my bug. And then I have a piece of black cardstock for my frog. And then I have another mat with a cream color and green on it. So my large circle here, my brown circle, I actually want that to be black. So I'm going to bring my circle, holding it down, and drag it into my black layer there. So I have a black circle and the black part of my frog. Okay, that's on one mat. And then my brown for my lizard and my words is on the other mat. So I'm good there. My other mat, I have a piece of tan colored cardstock for my 4 squares and our circle, which we see our circle right here. Then I have my frog and my phrase. So I'm going to take my frog and bring him up and bring him up. Okay? So now I went down from having 4 mats to 5, but I'm going to put on my one mat I have, like I said, I have a piece of brown cardstock and black cardstock. So I'm going to take my brown piece and then just scooch them down to my black. Okay, so now I can consolidate my mats and save on mat loading. Let's go ahead and hit go. And then we'll see what the preview screen looks like, and then we can just verify our mats. It may take a few moments to load because we kind of rearranged a few things. And then we'll go ahead and cut these out and put our layout together. Alright, so our black layers first. Alright, so I have my black cardstock on my bottom left, which is going to be my circle. So I'm going to take my circle and bring that down to the bottom left. Also my frog, bring him down to the bottom left hand side. And my phrase here is fine. Put them on the top left hand side, and my lizard top left. Okay, so that is good to go as far as how my cardstock's on my mat. You'll see that in a minute when we go to the Cricut to cut it out. Alright, my next mat, let's make sure this one's good. I have my circle here, which is fine. My frog is going to go down here on my bottom right. And just make sure when you're moving things to corners that when you see a red line, you need to rearrange them to make sure that red line goes away. That means it's going to not cut part of that image. I'm going to bring this guy down there. Okay, so that should be good to go. Let's go to hit go. I'm going to do our black mat first. And we'll take you guys to the Cricut. And we'll start cutting this out. So wait for that to load. And then we'll take it to the Cricut and cut them out. Okay, so I'm going to hit pause and take you guys over to the machine. Okay, we're in front of the Cricut. I'm going to load in my cardstock, and then you can see here I have a piece of brown and a piece of black. Put them in there, hit load. And we're going to hit that little cut button. I'm going to kind of rub my cardstock on the mat. It's not terribly sticky. And I find it cuts things out on your mat in the order that you rearrange them on the mat preview screen in the software. So it looks like it's doing our lizard now. Okay, and then our phrase. And then when that's done, we'll load our other mat and do our remaining cuts. So it's nice to have, you know, two mats so you can have the one mat ready and waiting. Might save a little bit of time that way. That one's just about done. Oh, let's do our frog down here. I completely forgot about the frog. Okay, we're going to unload him. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to load my second mat in, go ahead and cut that. I'm not going to show you guys cutting that out. I'll show you how my cardstock's on mat. So we have a piece of my light brown cardstock and my green down here. I'm going to load this in. And cut this out, and I'll get you guys at the table and we'll put the layout together. Alrighty guys, we are back. I'm at my table. I went ahead and got all my pieces off my mat, so they're all sitting over here. This is my large brown piece that was in that's actually the canvas piece of our layout. Then I have my green piece here, and this was cut to be 11 1/4 by 11 1/4, the same size as the canvas. And this creamy color here, this I cut to be 10 7/8 by 10 7/8. Okay, and this one on the screen, I think it said 10.95. So I thought this was fairly close. We're going to go ahead and glue all these together. I'm using my Tombow glue because my ATG is completely empty. Actually, it's been empty for quite a few weeks. I just haven't thought about getting refills, but the Tombow works pretty good. Alright, so we're going to put this on our brown piece. And this brown piece is from Stampin' Up. It's actually a paper. But I liked the way it looked with the green. Just going to make sure it's straight. One of the plus sides about using a liquid glue is that you can maneuver a little bit. Okay, so we have that one down there. I'm actually going to go in here and grab my little dowel rod. Alright, so let's put glue on this cream piece here. You don't need a lot of it. It's going to be going in a sleeve, just enough to make sure it sticks. And layer this on top of our green one. Okay, I'm going to use this little dowel rod just to kind of even out my glue a little bit so it lays more flat and gets more evenly spread. I'm going to go the other way as well. Okay, now for our pieces. These are my 4 squares that I cut, and these are the same color as our circle. I cut these to be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and they're going to sit up here like that. I have my green mats. I cut these to be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and they're going to go there. Then we have our black circle and our cream. We're going to glue these two together. And they just layer on top of one another, so the black is the larger of the two. Get that on there like that. Alright, so now for our pieces, first I'm going to go ahead and glue these guys down. Then we'll go to our pieces. So once again, I cut 4 of these to be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. In the program, I think it was 2.69, I think, somewhere around there. And I'm going to try for straight. If I don't get straight, it's okay. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But I'm going to try for straight. And this is actually for my Project Life album. And I have a weird picture of a frog and a funny picture of a lizard. And I thought, you know, that's everyday Florida life. And I'm petrified of both of the bugs, the lizard and the frog. I don't like either one. But I was able to get close enough with my camera, and I got a really good shot of the lizard. That little thing on his neck, the red thing, sticks out. And they bob their head up and down. I don't know what they're doing, whether it be mating or angry. I think he was angry because I was the only one near him, and he was doing that. So I like incorporating traditional layouts in my project life, just to be different and break up the repetitiveness of the pocket scrapbooking. All right, so we're going to glue this guy down here. Again, I'm going to try to get it straight. If not, I'm not going to worry about it. Here are my birds yapping in the background. They got new toys today, and they got like 4 or 5 new toys. I put 2 of them in their cage, and they're petrified of them. So they're also mad. All right, let's go ahead and glue our photo mat down. And these were cut to be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, so they'll hold a nice 4 by 6 photo, and then leave, you know, a little bit of a mat of the green showing. Okay, and then we'll glue this one down. I'll go back over with my little rolling pin or my dowel rod to make sure all these lay flat. I normally don't care for using a liquid glue on a layout because it does get wrinkly over time because it's a wetter glue, but I like using it because I can maneuver them if I want to. Alright, I'm going to take this and just rub these guys down. Okay. Alright, so we have our black piece of our frog, and then this piece. So they're going to lay on top of one another. I'm going to bring my little mat over here and change my glues out. I'm using this Scotch Scrapbooker's glue. I like it because it's got that dauber on it. Grab my tweezers and the green frog. I totally did that backwards. Wrong hand. Okay. Just going to dab this guy up and then layer him on top of that black. So the black for our title piece there will accent the black in the frog. Okay, so we're going to set that guy aside. We have our lizard. He's fine the way he is. Then we have our phrase. Then we also have the center of the phrase, the words of the that I did in green. Now we can of course layer that on there, but to keep it simple, I'm just going to cut out that phrase, the of the. Just take your scissors and just cut it right off. Nobody will know. See that one a little better there. Okay. And then cut this part off. So now we can put them on any way we want. So we're going to go ahead and glue down the word call with our glue. Put that on our circle right here. Like that. And then we're going to do the same with the word wild. Glue that one down right below here. And again, I got sticky fingers, so I'm going to kind of pat these down here a little bit. Okay, now the words of the, we can put them on an angle if we want to, which I'm going to do. So let's go back and glue these guys up and put that right there. The word of. Oh, get that down there. I think I need more glue on that one. Just going to peel him up. Put more glue on the top of that F there. Alright, now we can glue that back down. And it should stick. Alright, my fingers are super sticky. Let's do the word the. And then our layout will be done. Okay, so I can take away this gluey mess here for a second. Okay, so there's our title. I'm going to use dimensionals on the back of this, and I get these from Stampin' Up. They're my favorite dimensionals. I'm going to do 5 on the back of this. Kind of like a north, south, east, and west, and then the center. And we're going to squish those down. Take the paper backing off the back of that. to go. There we go. Now we can put this down here on this corner. I like that title. I think it looks really cute. I'm going to go on an angle a little bit. Give that a little press to make sure that's stuck down. And then lastly, we just got our bugs. My frog will go here, and my lizard will go there. Let's bring back our scratch piece of paper. I'm going to fold it in half so I'm on a clean side here. And take our lizard with our tweezers. I thought brown was a good color for lizards because they do change colors. I didn't want too much green. You know, because we got the frog being green, and then our photomaster being green as well. So put them down there like that, and then let's glue our frog down. Yeah, I'm not a frog person or a lizard person. Butterflies I like. Ladybugs, not so much the green and slimy things. Alright, give that a good squish because he's got 2 layers there. Make sure he's stuck on there really well. Alright, so there is our layout. So what do you think? So it went from completely different. You can't even tell if it was from the same layout pitch. And I like that we were able to bypass this circle that they wanted to charge 99 cents for and use our own circle. So I think it's nice that, you know, you can go in there, even though it's a make it now project, you know, there's some you have to pay for. Just, you know, play around with them and see if you can take the piece you need to cut or that, you know, the piece you need to pay for, see if you can take that out and substitute it for something similar, and you can still create the same effect. Okay, I can't show you the finished layout because I don't have my photos of my bugs yet, but if you stay tuned for the next few days, I'll have my project life layout videos for the month of May and June, and then you'll see the creepy critters on this layout page. But if you have any questions, let me know, and I will be journaling in these 2 photos in these 2 areas here. So I have the lizard here, so I can journal, then the lizard will go there, and the same with the frog. I'll journal here, and then the frog will go there. But like I said, stay tuned for that video in a few more days. It'll be my Project Life May and June layouts. Then you can see the bugs there. Any questions at all, please let me know. I do apologize, the video was so long. I wanted to make sure I showed you guys step by step so you can see how the entire thing went together. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.